Hello, welcome back. So I made this video to make your lives easier for hunting these memories, so I hope you can keep up. This is supposed to be a guide for the VRChat World Gumball Lounge 3.3. I also did a video on the same experience, so be sure to check that out. But if you don't, please do check out the world for yourself. You might have a good time and don't have late joiners. Like these people! Now for the first memory, it's actually right in front of your face. As soon as you grab the token, head straight on top of the Gumball Lounge tower, teleporting to the top or elevate yourself to the top to go behind the red heart-shaped couch, or is it a bed, to claim your first memory. Next is the second memory, which you won't be able to grab without the ending experience, maximum speed and jump boost. And trust me, there's a couple more like that, but before all of that, there's a single requirement. First, you have to get the torch and light it so the Gumball tower behind the green tower can rise up, and then at the end game, grab your maximum boost and go for it. Or be unfair and activate your Go Loco or OVR. Or just go to it while it's down, look up, then use Go Loco to reach it. But that wouldn't be any fun, now would it? It's best to enjoy the experience and not rush through. But anyway... Now for the third memory, which is at the main tower, which is at spawn, called Gumball Lounge. But instead of using the teleporter or elevator, go use the path on the right, and then you will make it to the third memory waiting up there for you. Now for the fourth memory, go behind the pyramid, then head through the exit. Once you start descending, turn around and you should see a gumball machine with only white gumballs inside. Head straight to it, but that ramp you see going up to a door frame, go under it. Now the fourth memory is in your possession. So for the fifth memory on the left side of the pyramid, there should be this stone structure like pillar. Light the empty pedestal with your torch and you should see it. Make your way up to the maze-like area, but instead of going in the maze, as soon as you make your way up on the left, you can go on the small ledge to make it through the large gap between you and the fifth memory. Behind the red tower, which I call AK the love tower, there's a pedestal you have to light up using your torch in order to gain access. Once inside, head straight into the left of the white glowing pillar. You should be able to take a climb up to the black crystals to reach the sixth memory.
Yin and yang kind of thing.
So within the pyramid, there's a pedestal you must light up in order to enter the puzzle room for the clarity. Once you're in, go behind the pillar in the beginning of that puzzle room to achieve the seventh memory. For memory number 8, you must complete the puzzles for all 3 Gumball Machine puzzles. Then go back to the Gumball Lounge at spawn and head in to grab the weird cube with the unknown symbols on it. and make it to the holographic version of it behind the Gumball Lounge to make the platform rise up with its structures and statues. Behind the gender-looking statue, memory number 8 will be sitting on top of the transporter in the weird-looking triangle. Alright, once you get the blue Gumball machine up from the blue tower, you will see memory number 9, which you need the maximum boost at the endgame to reach. It's hidden inside the small Gumball machine at the very top. Now for memory number 10, you need to take your torch and activate the pedestal in order to start the red, green, blue puzzle. You need those similar color pens in the Gumball Lounge at the top floor to successfully complete them. After that, number 10 will be revealed to you and will be sitting in front of the contraption, in front of the shape drawing puzzle. That last memory is number 11, which is just at the top of the weird purple symbol in front of the pyramid, which you can easily climb upon. Well, you reached the end of the locations beyond this point. For people who don't want to find it and just want to listen to the readings in the video, finding all 11 reveals the 12th memory recording. So here's your chance to go listen to that yourself. If not, then stay and listen, because beyond this point are the spoilers for all the memory tapes. Be sure to like and subscribe, and hope to see you tune in again. Enjoy the memories and the amazing world and story by Screaming Color.
It's recording. See the red dot? Da-da-da. Record, record, record. And then to stop it, you just... The first time ever I saw your face. Okay, let's see. Test, test. Is it working? Okay, great. It's working. Simple enough. This is Captain Arc Onyx of Fleet 734. This is my very first audio log on this machine, which is called an 8-track. Feels a little weird. I'm so used to using the FST, but I need to be completely off network. There's no way I'd record this on the ship, no matter how well I think I could hide it. Let's see, it's winter of Earth year 1972. I am on campus in Cardiff's office. I'm looking out the window to a light snow falling. There are only a couple of students to be seen at the moment, as class is currently in session. In fact, that's where Cardiff is up to right now. Teaching. Anyway, so the reason I wanted to make this recording, I want to save a memory. I saw it in the back corner of a New York City toy store. It was a Gumball machine. However, this one was absolutely enormous compared to any I had ever seen before. Probably a good 12 feet tall. And my goodness, it was beautiful. The most vibrant cherry red, perfectly polished. I told Cardiff how I wished we could have taken it back home with us. She inserted the currency into the front, and when the ball of candy began to roll down the spiral, the children, their reaction, I could never forget it. They were banging their little hands on the glass, somewhere between laughing and yelling, and when they received their treat, they popped it into their mouths and just as soon lost interest in it. The joy was not in the candy, but in the way that they acquired it. I find myself noticing more than ever recently how detached I feel from my life before I met them. It's like those vinyl record player discs. Life before Cardiff was one side of the disc, and when I met Cardiff, the disc flipped. side B of my life began, and with it, a whole new set of songs. When I opened my eyes, there was Cardiff, smiling their giant, toothy smile, with arms stretched outwards towards me, holding the most wonderful gift anyone has ever given me in all my years of life. It was a gumball machine. Of course, not the large ones you see in the stores, but a small one, like would fit on a desk, just a little over a foot tall. Well, before long we were, let's say, connecting. I was presenting as my real body, and I was projecting Cardiff into a Shalmari body. We were deeply lost in the moment when something incredible happened to us. Suddenly we switched. Just for a few short moments, I was looking at myself from Cardiff's eyes, and I could feel about myself the love they felt for me. But the most remarkable thing was that it was not something I alone experienced. For a single, infinite moment, they saw themselves through my eyes as well. It was within this alignment, my moment of pure allowance, that the idea slipped through the cracks and into my mind, and as soon as it did, it was the only thing that made any sense, and I could see all of the moments in my life that had contributed to my being here, in this room, on this planet, with this person. This was the destiny I had always been carving out for myself, one dream at a time. I shifted in Cardiff's lap, and now, in my view, sitting on the small bedside table, reflecting glimmers of excitement, was the gumball machine. Oh, as soon as I saw it, I knew. I laughed out loud at such a ridiculous idea. Cardiff asked, "What was so funny?" I didn't answer for a few moments. I just stared at the moon. A silent, bright, beckoning, beautiful moon. And a smile began to spread even further across my face. Finally, I asked, still looking at the moon, "Do you want to build something with me?" Cardiff said, "Build what?" I said, "Something extraordinary." Cardiff didn't answer for a few moments either, and so I rolled my head to look up at them. Our eyes met, and they beamed down on me on their lap. They had never looked so beautiful before, and the tiniest of all smirks, and they still didn't reply, so I just stared into their eyes, those silent, bright, beckoning, beautiful eyes. Finally, they said with a soft-spoken smile, "With you, anything."
So, make it to the final entry. Entry 12. It's about that time. Let's finish this.
My dearest Onyx, I begin this letter to you with the acceptance that you may never receive it. And yet, simultaneously, I am trying to live by what I know you would say if you were here. That the likeliness of this working is actually 100%. Like that analogy you gave me once about a photon of light somehow efficiently making its way to the photosynthesizing core of a plant cell. Impossible, yet inevitable. Last night, I had another lucid dream. A most wonderful dream that I simply demand to see as the best of omens. Before you, I don't think I even believed in omens or signs, what you often call synchronicities. But knowing you has changed that in a variety of ways, and now I can simply say with confidence that a universe that has the capacity to contain someone as truly wonderful as you must surely also contain that which we call magic. So, in my dream, I awakened in my cell to find the door wide open, with not a guard in sight, which, needless to say, was rather peculiar. I poked my head out my open cell door to look down the hallway, and I saw that one of the maintenance doors about 100 meters down was open, with a warm glow emanating from it. Despite my unsureness and the vague risk involved, I tiptoed down the hallway towards the light. When I reached the door and looked into it, I saw what the source of the light was. It was you, standing there in your human form, except somehow more luminous. As soon as our eyes met, your face lit up, pun intended, and that enormous smile, which I have not seen in far too long, greeted me as if to say, "It worked!" I literally ran to you and took you in my arms. After a brief eternity, we pulled away enough to see each other's faces again, and you placed your hand on mine tenderly, looking deeply into my eyes for a moment before handing me a piece of paper. Upon studying it, I saw that it was a map of the ship that I was in, with a red line marking a path from the room we were standing in, eventually making its way to a small cruiser I could use to make an escape. Below the map, you had written a single phrase: "Every door is unlocked for you." My mind was racing. Could you have possibly orchestrated such a nuanced and specific escape for me? But there was no time to question it, as you once again quickly embraced me for a few more moments, gave me one last smile before flickering out of existence, leaving the room mostly dark again. My heart pounding, I tiptoed towards the door, placed my hand against the cold metal, and pushed. With a click, it opened, and I woke up.